In calculus, there are the two main topics that will cover the differentiation and integration. The differentiation or derivative. Derivative is the rate of change of function with respect to variable. With respect to the variable is called derivative. Like d of f of x upon dx is equal to f dash of x. This is the representation of the first derivative or derivative. The more symbol that usually express like dy upon dx, it's y prime, sometimes it's in the subscript of y1. They all are the representation of the first derivative. What is this? Graphical representation of the derivative. It's like, for example, we have a curve and there is a secant line. It's not necessary, it's always a secant line, but I'm drawing a secant line. This is a secant line, ऐसी line होती है that's passed through the two points and it's crossed out the curve. If we talk about the slope, like for this is the starting point, x, this is the ending point, for example, it is x plus h. You can easily judge, like for example, when we start from x and it will move till x plus h, it will be h. The difference will be h. That is the basic definition of the slope. Slope, or you can say that the gradient. Slope and gradient is usually denoted by m, which is also equal to dy upon dx, the derivative. And you can say that f of x plus h can be a function on this point, minus sign, function on initial point, which is this one, divided by the difference, which is h. Or the mathematical definition of slope in very simple words is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This is a basic mathematical definition of the slope in a very simple word. For example, this is the line A and line B. The starting point or starting coordinate is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. We can easily judge the slope value. This can be done with the coordinates. And the second way out that I have expressed in the previous slide, which is m is equal to dy upon dx. If we differentiate any function, this is also equal to slope. There are the two ways that we can calculate the slope. Now come on the how to find out the derivative. How to find out derivative of any function. The basic trick is, like for example, d upon dx is used for differentiation. And the function may be f of x, and it can have a power n. The power will become coefficient. This is the formula. Power will become coefficient. Power of the function will be reduced by 1. Then we will take derivative without power. This is the basic formula, and it can be valid for any of the function of the derivative, like polynomial, trigonometry, exponential, log, hyperbolic, inverse trigonometric, like that. Starting with the polynomial functions. The polynomial functions are in terms of x. Like for example, if the question is given f of x is equal to x power 5, for example, need to understand. The first derivative, which is f dash of x, first derivative and derivative have equal meaning. Power is 5. Power will become coefficient. Power is reduced by 1 means 5 minus 1. And then we will take derivative without power means d upon dx of x. And dx upon dx is 1. Your final answer will be 5x4. For example, next, if I'm writing, for example, f of x is equal to 7x minus 2. Keep the property in the mind. Whenever we are finding the derivative on function having constant number, like just see here, a is a constant number. This derivative must be equal to what? This constant will come out. And we will find out, this constant will come out and we will find out the derivative on the function only. It means that it should be equal to like a and function derivative will be this one. Means if I will put on the cloud like this one. So this strategy will be used. Now focus on your question. You have applied the derivative. This become f dash of x. 7 will remain 7. As we have learned कि constant अगर function के साथ multiple में आ रहा है, multiply में आ रहा है, तो a बाहर आ जाएगा. Now the trick on this one, power will become coefficient. Power is reduced by 1. Then we will take derivative without power. तो वो आपके पास हमेशा क्या हो जाता है? dx upon dx. Polynomial का हमेशा 1 हो जाता है. ये 1 हो जाएगा. Plus minus minus 2 7 is 14. x की power -3. आपने ऐसे रखना है तो भी ठीक है. If you are putting your negative index in the denominator, it will become positive. So this is the answer of the first derivative or derivative, as I have already explained. Now come on the third question. If the question having only a constant number, say वो 300 ही क्यों ना हो, and you need to find out the first derivative, need to learn the property. The derivative of constant number a, is always 0. Why? Because when we are finding the change with respect to x, there is no x in here. When there is no x here, so how can we able to find out the change? It's just like this one, the if ice cream is there and you need to find out the rice. When there is no possibility of the rice, then how can you able to find out the ice cream? It will be 0, definitely. F dash of x, derivative 300. There is no x. Just see here, there is no x. It's a funny example that I have given you. It's 0, 100% assured. Now, come on the addition law. If you are remembering it with the law, it's fine. If you are not remembering with the law, it's also fine. Simple. The two functions are there. And you need to find out the derivative. Both functions with the plus sign. Addition law. Same strategy will be followed in the subtraction. Like first derivative आपने find out किया. 3 will remain 3 क्योंकि आपने पहले ही सीख लिया. देख लें ये प्रॉपर्टी में आपने सीखा था कि a जो होगा वो बाहर आ जाएगा. 2x इसका डेरिवेटिव हो जाएगा. 7 as it is रहेगा. Power will become coefficient. Power is reduced by 1. और x का डेरिवेटिव again without power हमेशा 1 हो जाता है. 3 to the 6x minus 7 upon x square. This is the first derivative. Addition law. Subtraction law. It's not exactly every time it will be written y. It can be any variable like y, f of x, independent and dependent. Basically, function is a relationship between the dependent and independent. When we talk about y and x, y is dependent one, x is independent one. Like if I'm writing x minus 3, it's also a very good example for the differentiation. The function is separated by, for example, minus, like this. Now, dy upon dx, derivative. X square derivative will be 2x, power will become coefficient, power is reduced by 1. Minus 3 will come out and you are finding the derivative on the x. And x derivative is always equal to 1. Constant derivative is always equal to, constant number derivative is always equal to 0. 2x minus 3, 0. The final answer is 2x minus 3. Dx, dy upon dx. Thank you.